Bethesda game studios have been blowing our minds with epic RPG games like The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and every game in the Fallout franchise since Fallout 3. But later this year, Bethesda plans on blowing our minds once again with their latest RPG title, Starfield. In today's video, we're going to be going over everything we know about the game, so don't go anywhere because you're not going to want to miss a second of this video. When is this game coming out? I wish I could say a different date than the one I have to say, one that is preferably sooner and less depressing, but I can't. It was announced with the game's first ever teaser trailer that we will be able to get our hands on Starfield on November 11th, 2022. Some fans may recognize this date because November 11th was the very same day that Bethesda Game Studios released their crown jewel and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Obviously that was back in 2011, but it is cool that they are paying tribute to their greatest creation by releasing their newest game, exactly 11 years after their greatest hit. I'm not sure why 11 is such a big number for the company, but fun fact, the release date for Skyrim was 11/11/11, and now exactly 11 years later, Starfield's release date will be 11/11/22. Obviously not quite as cool, but it is a cool tribute and tradition nonetheless. Now that we know when it's coming out, what else can we tell you about the game?
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. It's a game we've dreamt of playing. In it, we invite you to join Constellation, the last group of space explorers.
Will it be an Xbox exclusive? The answer to this question is technically no, because the game will also be available on PC, but that is the case with every Xbox exclusive game, which means that the real, less optimistic answer is yes. It will be exclusive to Xbox users like many PlayStation users feared. The reason for this is because the company that owns Xbox, Microsoft, purchased Bethesda back in 2020 for $7.5 billion, meaning that every title that Bethesda makes from now on will be exclusive to Xbox and PC. This is tough news for PlayStation fans, as they will now not be able to play Starfield on their console anymore, along with any other Bethesda title that releases, which obviously includes the next game in the Elder Scrolls series and the next game in the Fallout franchise. Microsoft has attempted to persuade PlayStation users to convert to Xbox by releasing the Xbox Series S, a cheaper and smaller version of the Xbox that has enough storage to hold about 5 full games without needing an extended storage device, meaning that it is perfect for PlayStation players that want to play the next title in all of Bethesda's fantastic franchises without having to completely break the bank. While this is still not the news PlayStation players were hoping to hear, it is the only solution if you want to play all of the Bethesda's next best games.
20 years. That's how long Xbox has been with us. See, there's real magic when you step into a new world and can make it your own. We're creating a new universe with Starfield, set hundreds of years in our future.
Speaking of the next best games from Bethesda, what is Starfield gonna be like? According to Bethesda's man in charge, Todd Howard, Starfield is gonna be like Skyrim in space. Now, if that wasn't enough to at least make you consider buying this game, you're insane. It appears that everything that made Skyrim amazing will be implemented in this game in one form or another. The customization, the amazing story, and the incredible side quests that make the game incredibly fun for hours on end will all be a part of this next game. Additionally, the game will feature multiple planets for the player to explore, and apparently each individual planet is bigger than the entire Skyrim map. If that rumor turns out to be true, this game is going to be utterly massive. The map in Skyrim is not small by any means, and if there are multiple planets all larger than that map, it will take days to fully explore the entirety of the playable area offered in the game. The only issue I can see with the map being this big is that there's a higher margin of error in the sense that with more planets, there's more likely to be a portion of the game in which the player base despises. It is an unfortunate guarantee in many Bethesda games that you all have to do something in the story just plain sucks. The Dwarven ruins in Skyrim, traveling into Kellogg's mind in Fallout 4, the beginning of the game before you hit the strip in Fallout New Vegas, the entirety of the game for Fallout 76, you get the point. If you have played a Bethesda game, you understand what I mean. There's always a portion that is universally panned by players and critics, which means that if we have multiple planets that are huge in size, there's a chance that we will be getting an entire planet that players simply do not like to go to at all. Bigger is not always better in video games.
We always have that step out moment into the world, so to say. Us being able to do that and have it feel new every generation, every game, is something that is really special.
What is the story going to be about? Honestly, as of this recording, we don't know too much about the story of the game, but we do know the basic outline. The game is meant to be an exploration-focused RPG that will allow the player to customize their character and head out amongst the stars to answer some of humanity's biggest questions. Where are we from? What is our purpose here? Is there a god? Etc. Bethesda has yet to tell us what the main quest line will focus on, or if there even is a main quest, but it does seem like the game will give you the freedom to do whatever you desire once you get your feet under you. The MD of Bethesda, Ashley Chung, compared the game to Star Wars, saying that the game was basically a Han Solo simulator. Get in a ship, explore the galaxy, do fun stuff. From the quotes Bethesda has given so far, it seems like the game will rely on the player's sense of exploration in order to advance the story, and the story will be less linear when compared to the quest of the Dragonborn or the Sole Survivor. But nonetheless, it does seem like we'll be getting a classic Bethesda story in this game in some capacity. We are just unsure as to how it will be delivered. We do know that the story will involve us working with our robot companion Vasco, and that we'll be interacting with species and people of all kinds along the way.
Our game is set in the year 2330, in a relatively small pocket of the Milky Way. The two largest factions in the settled systems, the United Colonies and Freestar Collective, engaged in the Bloody Colony War. And as one of its newest members, you'll explore the deepest reaches of the settled systems, and you'll find yourself at home.
How much of the game have we been shown? So far, Bethesda has shown us a teaser trailer that was just what the name suggests, a tease. It basically only showcases man's drive to explore and revolves around a man walking around a space station before making his way into a spacecraft set to launch, finally ending with the release date of the game. But since then, we have been shown other art pieces from the game with some information that has us even more excited for the game. Firstly, we got to see 3 planets, one called New Atlantis, the other called Neon, and Aquila. New Atlantis is the capital of the United Colonies and will serve as the game's main hub, much like the Strip in Fallout New Vegas, or Whiterun in Skyrim, or Diamond City in Fallout 4. Neon is a party city that was meant to be a fishing planet until a fish with psychotropic properties was discovered, which quickly turned into a party city that revolves around the selling of this drug that can only be accessed on Neon. Lastly, the planet of Aquila is the capital city of the Freestar Collective. The people there come from all over the place but believe in the idea of complete freedom, with individuality being the main principle of life on the planet. Aquila City is completely walled in due to the alien race of wolf velociraptor hybrid predators that roam the forests of Aquila and spell certain doom for anyone that steps outside the walls. While we do not know much about the story, we are certainly excited to explore the world as they have described it so far on November 11th, 2022. Keep your eyes locked on the channel, and we'll be covering any news about Starfield the minute it is released. That's all we have for you guys today on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. What are you most excited to do when Starfield releases? From what you have seen about the game in today's video, what excites you the most? Let us know all of your thoughts in the comments section below. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. It's free to you and only takes a few clicks, and it goes a long way in supporting us here at the channel. Thank you all once again, and we will see you all in the next video.